This is your weekly real estate update for the Greater Portland, Maine area. These are closed sales in the last 7 days, median numbers. So days on market came down a little bit to 8 days on market. The list to sale ratio still at 100%, so you probably guessed that. The median sold price went up quite a bit to $530,000. The average 30-year fixed interest rate ticked down just a little bit to 6.81%. And of course, the US inflation at 2.39%. So down a little bit also from the month before. So this past week in the US economy and also real estate, the story is really one of confusion. You have a lot of numbers coming in that would say, if this happens, then this should happen. But that's not happening because other things are also happening. So let me talk you through some of them. First of all, consumer confidence is down, even though inflation is also down. So that's unusual. Inflation is down and job numbers are down, but the Fed is not expected to lower rates. So that's unusual. This past week, we had a drop in the GDP, which has not happened for a very long time. So overall, we're entering this period of stagflation, where inflation is sort of hovering and coming down, but at the same time, the economy is not growing. Consumer confidence is down. This past week, we also got the Case-Shiller numbers. The Case-Shillers where they say, hey, this house sold this year for this. What did that same house sell for the next year? That also, the appreciation of prices came down a little bit there as well, 3.9% versus the year before, it was at 4.1%. Jolt job openings were way down, and the ADP job openings, ADP job creation was half of what was expected. So all of this stuff just says, zoom, the economy is slowing. And then at the same time, the biggest deal to us is that the Fed has said we're probably not going to lower rates in May. And a lot of people think they're probably not going to lower rates in June as well. So what does all of this mean to you and I? It sort of harkens back to what you've probably heard me say a lot of times, which is if you personally are looking to make a decision about real estate, and you can buy or sell, I would do that. I would not wait for like these single indicators to give you the signal that you can now act. Because I think a lot of these moving things are just going to continue to move. And the one thing that you can be sure of is that in Maine, real estate is very likely to hold its value and the time will cost you, right? So if you're a seller right now, I think that the market is increasing. The spring market is showing up. If you're a buyer right now, I think the competition is probably going to increase, and we're not really sure what's going to happen with the rates. So make the decision based on like what you have in front of you, what you are able to do, and try to push out as much of this noise as you can in making that decision. If you have any questions about this, give me a call. Talk to you soon.